After last night's soul-snatching, heart-crushing, streak-breaking win over the Houston Rockets, the Dallas Mavericks has everybody talking about us. As even Tim Legler this morning was defending the Mavericks with Jay Williams talking about, hey, this team is the hottest thing in the West. They are to be feared, and you gotta put respect on their name. As well as Ime Udoka had high praise for Kyrie Irving and the type of player he is compared to the players he's even coached. And of course, our man, the legend, Dirk Nowitzki had high praise for the team, from Luka Doncic to Kyrie Irving to our own big man and to Jason Kidd. So in this video, we're going to break down all the quotes, see what they mean, as the Dallas Mavericks are currently sitting at the 5th seed looking pretty. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news and everything Mavericks related. And before we get into today's video, 62.2% of you guys watching are not subscribed. That number is slowly going down day by day. But if you want to stay up to date on all the news, the giveaways, and the live streams, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we're doing. But man, last night's game was just electrifying. The Houston Rockets was on an 11-game winning streak, dubbed the hottest team in the league. But if you really know basketball, if you really break it down, the last few teams they played were mostly sub-500 teams, aside from the Oklahoma City Thunder, who didn't even have SGA that game. But like I've said a few times on this podcast for the last few videos, the West runs through Dallas. You want to make the play-in, you got to see Dallas. Ask Houston where they're sitting right now, because they're still not in the play-in. You want to make the playoffs? Too bad, you got to come through Dallas. Ask Sacramento how that went for them after we just beat them twice, back to back. The Dallas Mavericks are on a roll right now. We're hitting our stride. The team is playing great defense. Our offense is clicking. I know for a while our inside game was all that we really had. Points in the paint, attack the basket, get the bigs the ball, run that pick and roll with Derrick Lively and Daniel Gafford. But as of late, that three ball is falling, and I've said it many times. When the three falls, we're a hard team to beat. But the Dallas Mavericks are getting it done by committee. It's not no longer a team that's just driven by Luka Doncic. Everyone gets involved. But last night felt like a little blast from the past. Luka Doncic went off for a crazy 47-point double-double. Was about 3 points away from a 50-point game and about an assist or two away from a triple-double. But regardless, coming from an Achilles soreness, another game where his knee was bleeding, Luka Doncic just surprises everybody. He also had a crazy, underhand, wild shot from, a little bit in front of the three-point line yesterday against the Houston Rockets. That shot was just incredible. It was insane. But like I said, we got some quotes that we need to break down. The first one that we're going to talk about is from the legend himself, Dirk Nowitzki. He had this to say on the Mavs: "We're clicking on all cylinders. Finally defending a little better. The offense has been great. Luka and Kyrie are playing well off each other. The other guys are spreading the floor. You got the bigs rolling to the basket. I'm happy to see it." And I don't know about you guys, but that's high praise coming from a Dallas legend, the man who's bigger than basketball, right? Dirk Nowitzki, the guy, our guy, giving this Dallas Mavericks team praise. And I don't want to make too much out of nothing, because of course he's been very supportive of the team ever since his departure from the NBA, but he's still been very much involved with the Mavericks. And of course he's always had good things to say, but for him to just come out and just let the world know that the Dallas Mavericks are legit. Everything that Dirk is seeing is wonderful. Luka and Kyrie playing well off each other. When the narrative early in the season, and even when we got Kyrie, was how well will they work together? Kyrie is an anomaly. His off-court antics will make it hard for him to work with Luka. And Luka is such a ball hog, and he plays no defense. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but the eye tests don't lie. The numbers don't lie. Everything that they said we're not, we are. Because everything is working. Or maybe everything they said we're not. Whatever the quote goes. Whatever they think we aren't. And it's the opposite. But anyway, Dirk Nowitzki had high praise for this team. And it's true. I mean, the numbers don't lie. As we see right here, the Dallas Mavericks last 10 games, we are 9-1. We're 7th in offensive rating, 3rd in defensive rating, 2nd in net rating. And with our lineups of Luka, Kyrie, Derrick Jones Jr., PJ Washington, and Daniel Gafford, we're a plus 23. And even when we switch it up, we have Luka, Kyrie, Josh Green, PJ, and D-Live, we're plus 15.1. And Luka this season, 34 points per game, 61.7% true shooting, 38% from 3, 10.4 3 points average, attempted per game, 9.1 rebounds, 9.8 assists. Are the Mavs scary? Ladies and gentlemen, the answer is yes. I've said it many times. I'll say it again. The West runs through us. You're not getting far without having to see the Dallas Mavericks. We are a team to be feared. When everything starts clicking, when we play our best brand of basketball, when PJ's shot starts falling, because it's there. I've been holding on to him. I didn't want to jump on the bandwagon of, we don't like PJ. We overpaid for him. His offense is gone. He's not even that good of a defender. No. Nope, no. I uplift my guys. I want everybody on this team to succeed, from Dante Exum to Jaden Hardy to Luka and Kyrie and everybody in between. And that includes Jason Kidd, who I know I've been hard on. But when the things start clicking, when the shots start falling, even with Tim Hardaway Jr., everything looks good. This team is hard to beat. The only person that can beat the Dallas Mavericks is the Dallas Mavericks. I really don't see us in a 7-game series getting just straight dominated by any team in the West. If anything, it'll be our own folly, whether we're playing bad defense, bad rotations from Jason Kidd, the shots not falling, ill-advised shots. We're going back to hero ball, Luka in the ISO. If we fall back into bad habits, yes, the Dallas Mavericks won't make it far in the playoffs. But I've said it many times. Since the trade deadline, this Dallas Mavericks team is a whole new team. The identity has changed. We aren't the same team that we've been, I'd argue, for the last 4 or 5 seasons. This is the first time I've seen this team look like this in a long time. And it's incredible and it's great. But Dirk also had this to say about Jason Kidd. Dirk Nowitzki on Mavs head coach Jason Kidd, saying, well, I know he takes a lot of heat, but I actually think he's doing phenomenal with the guys. You need the trust from the team. The team needs to believe in you, and I think they do. They all like him. They play hard for him, and that's true. And that's absolutely true. And a lot of people out there may not be high on Jason Kidd. They probably don't want him to get extended. That's fine. I'm going to stay firmly on my side of we need to trust in Jason Kidd that this is a process. Rome wasn't built in a day, as he said, and that he got kind of clowned for that quote, but there's some truth to that, right? A championship team isn't built overnight, and a championship team isn't just won overnight. You have to cultivate a culture, and I think that we have that. We have Luka, who is just the wonder boy, right? Who can just do it all, just has a phenomenal season night in, night out. Like, it comes too easy for Luka, right? We have Kyrie Irving, who's a great point guard in this league, one of the best skilled players to ever play the game, arguably. We have finally a roster that works. And one thing that I truly believe in is that it's not just on the head coach to get you a championship. It's also on the front office. And props go out to Nico Harrison for getting the right personnel. Ever since Nico Harrison got to Dallas, it seems every year he's getting us better talent time and time again. And even if they're not here anymore with Spencer Dinwiddie and Christian Wood, I understand. You tried, it didn't work, we move on. We don't hang on those on the dead weight of the Dallas Mavericks. We cut off the fat and keep it moving. You know, we made that push to get Kyrie Irving, where a lot of people graded that as a D trade. We're 5th in the West. Is that still a D trade? Like, this Dallas Mavericks team is phenomenal. Nico Harrison has supplied Jason Kidd with all the right pieces, and it's up to Jason Kidd to get us there. It's up to Kyrie and Luka to lead these guys there. It's up to the bench to step up in big moments, and I believe that the Dallas Mavericks have it. But not only Dirk had high praise, there was a few other praise to go around as well. Right here, Ime Udoka talking about Kyrie Irving, saying he's the best one-on-one player I've ever seen or coached or been around. Take it as you want. To me, that is high praise from a coach like Ime Udoka. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name, who was the head coach in Boston, coaching likes of Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and all those guys, saying right there, one-on-one, Kyrie is the most talented. That is high praise, and that's something that I love to see as a Kyrie fan, knowing the journey that Kyrie has had in his NBA career, where he was in Cleveland, kind of in the shadow of LeBron James, who he's been instrumental with that team when they won a championship. He wanted more. He wanted a bigger role, so he goes to Boston, doesn't really work out. He starts to get some labels tagged on him as a bad player, toxic in the locker room. And then we all saw what happened in Brooklyn during COVID and his entire tenure there, and all the mishaps of the media and just misconstruing everything Kyrie said and not respecting that he's not just a basketball player. He is a man, he's a person, he's an individual, a strong individual. All of that in his journey to come to Dallas, where he is embraced, he is loved, he is valued. And as a Mavericks fan, I hope you can agree with me when I say this. In Kai we trust, because I don't think he has let us down not once this whole season, even though he had injuries, which happens to everybody. You can't hold that against him. But when he's on the court, when he's playing locked in, he is just that guy for us. Putting trust in a player like Dante Exum, who wasn't even in the league for the last 2 years, playing overseas in Europe, in a big-time game, in a big-time moment against the Sacramento Kings. The team trusted Dante. Kyrie trusted Dante to get that shot off multiple times, and he did not give up. And that's what you want from a guy like Kyrie, to be that leader in the locker room, trusting the players, uplifting them. We've seen what Kyrie had to say about Tim Hardaway and just trusting these guys, not leaving them iced out in the cold to just die on the end of the bench. We want these guys involved because even Kyrie can see it. On our best day, we're a tough team to beat. And even on our worst day, we're going to battle it out. But the praise does not stop there. Tim Legler and Jay Williams were asked on Get Up ESPN who the biggest threat to the Nuggets is in the West. both said the Dallas Mavericks. Legler also said this is the best team Luka has played on, even over the 2022 West Finals team. And I think that's true. I think it's absolutely true. This is the best roster, the most talented and just not even top heavy, just deep team for the Dallas Mavericks since Luka's got here. We got PJ Washington, who's a great on-ball defender, a great wing, alongside a Derrick Jones Jr., who I love watching his defense night in and night out. We got bigs now, where we had to go through Moses Brown, Willie Cauley-Stein, JaVale McGee. We played Maxey at the 5. We still play Maxey at the 5 sometimes. And Dwight Powell. We have gone through the ringer when it came to big men. But we finally have what we're looking for in Derrick Lively and Daniel Gafford, who might just be both of them. Just might be the second coming of Tyson Chandler. I mean, I'm just saying. But the team is deep. We have guys like Dante Exum and Tim Hardaway Jr. We got shooters. We got bigs. We got leaders. We got superstar talent. What more could you ask for? And not to mention, because I feel like I've been forgetting about him, we still got the young guy in Josh Green who will return. I don't have a timetable. I haven't seen anything. He is out of a walking boot. But we got Josh Green coming back in about a week or so, probably right before the playoffs. And his hustle plays will be instrumental. But we all know come playoff time, you usually run like a 7 to 8 man rotation. So it's going to be kind of hard to really gauge who's going to play. Are we going to still play deep or not? Regardless, we have options, and that's not a bad thing. That's a great problem to have. But of course, Tim Legler's always preaching the gospel on ESPN because there's a lot of casuals out there who just don't believe in the Dallas Mavericks. But the praise doesn't stop there, guys. On Bally Sports, the Steinline says the Mavs have been garnering a lot of attention among people in the league as a lower seed that no one wants to see. And I've reported that many times on this channel. There are rumblings across the league for the last week, it feels like, that everybody is waking up and realizing that the Dallas Mavericks are not here to play. We're not here to just see how far we can get and just, we'll just live with the results. No, we got one thing on our mind and one thing only. That Larry O'Brien. And we're going for it. As far as Kyrie, Luka, Jason Kidd, and the whole team can take us. Because I don't think that we're just a team that's relying on our stars night in, night out. We're a team that wins by committee, who does the right things. And we're going to go as far as this whole team can take us. Because it's really hard to imagine any team who can really beat us in a 7-game series, or let alone easily in a 7-game series, because we're not going to just roll over. We know Kyrie Irving is a champion and a wonderful playoff player. And we know how Luka elevates in the playoffs. Then the rest of the guys are going to see that, follow suit, gain that confidence, and get the dub. And I'm ready for it. But right now, the Dallas Mavericks, we are sitting at that 5th seed. We are tied for the 5th. The Pelicans are 6th seed, but we're right neck and neck with them, sitting at the 5th seed. We got to keep getting wins. Only 8 more games left in the season. If we go 5-3, we do finish with 50 wins, which I would love to see, because this Dallas Mavericks team has earned it. We have just transformed since February 8th. This team has done a 180, or in Jason Kidd's words, we done a 360, and somehow we came out on top. But that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure you subscribe, because we are going live tomorrow when we go against the Golden State Warriors. I'm drawing a blank here, guys. Sorry. Tomorrow we are going to go live against the Golden State Warriors, and at halftime we will be doing a drawing for the free jersey giveaway. Make sure you become a channel member of any tier if you want to enter into our free giveaway. We're doing giveaways every month. Every single month while this channel is still up, running, and alive, and as long as you see my pretty face. We are doing giveaways, and all you gotta do is be a channel member, and you'll be entered every single month, whether it be game tickets, jerseys, Dallas merch, whatever you guys want. Gift cards as well. So consider being a channel member. Make sure you subscribe. Check out our Twitter and our Discord, links in the description below. Until next time, y'all take care. Peace.